Question: where is the most beautiful place in all of Japan? Japan is a nation revered for its beauty around the world, with scenic sights that seem so perfect, so jaw-dropping. Surely they've been photoshopped. Until you witness them with your own eyes and realise these are real places that actually exist. But historically, there's just 3 places that stand out above the spectacular Torii Gate resting in the waters of Miyajima, an enchanting island in Hiroshima on the shores of Japan's inland sea. Now, I've been very lucky to visit both places on numerous occasions. The first time I went to Miyajima was actually 11 years ago. I went camping on the island, only to wake up at 7 AM to find a deer devouring all of my bags. As for Matsushima, I lived just 30 minutes away from it for over half a decade when I was in Sendai, and I can really attest to its beauty, having gone fishing there, and dare I say, having also gone camping there as well, with equally bad results.
You didn't even bring us a fucking pillow, you dick!
But what about scenic wonder number 3? Where is it? How is it? When is it? Scenic view number 3 is Amano Hashidate, literally Heaven's Bridge. What a name. A magnificent sandbar that stretches across the sea, over 3 kilometers long and covered in 7,000 pine trees. It really does look incredible, and yet I have never gone anywhere near Amano Hashidate. For the simple reason, it's pretty bloody remote, tucked away on the northern shores of Kyoto Prefecture, with just 1 direct train from Kyoto that runs twice daily, and a 2-hour-long train journey at that. And in fact, the only friend I know who visited Amano Hashidate said it was, and I quote, a little bit overrated. And so I've always kind of avoided it. Now, it was recently Natsuki's birthday, and as a birthday treat, I offered to take him anywhere he wanted to go for a video. It was a toss-up between Disneyland, the Marlboro cigarette factory, and Amano Hashidate, and Natsuki chose, believe it or not, Amano Hashidate. But I'm also sensing it's time for another eagerly awaited abroad investigation. Let's go and find out just how overrated the 3rd most scenic spot in all of Japan really is. So here we are, guys, in the Men in Black headquarters, also known as Kyoto Station. You think when you arrive in Kyoto, oh, it'll be an old traditional building, wooden facade. No, it's a big monolithic postmodern nightmare. I kind of like it, but it feels like an anomaly in Kyoto. Speaking of anomalies in Kyoto, look who it is joining us on our journey.
Hey, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Mr. Natsuki.
Men in Black style.
Men in Black style. It's a different film.
I'm back again.
Yay! Back in Kyoto for 10 minutes.
Oh, quickly.
You gotta be quick, man.
I want a drink.
Oh yeah, we need a drink for the train ride. It's about a 2-hour train ride to Amano Hashidate. Do you want to grab a beer? Beer for the train ride?
Yeah, I want a beer.
Well, you can't because you're driving in Amano Hashidate. You're the driving. You're driving. And so begins our 2-hour journey from Kyoto Station. But even if Natsuki isn't allowed his precious beer, that certainly isn't going to stop him wasting his final 10 minutes before our train departs, single-handedly buying up an entire buffet. I've already bought half of Kyoto, and Natsuki's like, I want a sausage. We got 6 minutes to get on the train. Run! I have 10 seconds on the fucking train departs. My God, this is the most stressful video I've ever shot. We made it. Alive.
Hey.
And we got the whole train carriage to ourselves. There's nobody here.
For typhoon.
Because there's a typhoon coming and nobody's stupid enough to go anywhere during a typhoon. Yeah.
台風10号はこれまでに記録的な大雨をもたらしています。
I love these retro style trains though, right? This is like over 10 years old. And look at this. Transform a teeny tiny table. This one is seriously confusing. It's like a fucking guillotine.
Yeah.
No! Ow! Ow! You bastard! Right, I need this. Non-alcoholic beer.
Oh
yeah.
Good friends.
Oh,
yeah.
Lucky us.
Zero.
Oh. Cheers.
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 Oh, cheers.
Yeah. 2 hours to Amano Hashidate with a broken hand now. Thank you, Natsuki. Oh. My fingers may be crushed, but my spirit certainly isn't. With 2 hours left on our journey through the picturesque countryside of rural Kyoto, I think it's time we examine just what makes today's destination special enough to be considered one of Japan's 3 most scenic views. Legend holds that the Japanese Adam and Eve, Izanagi and Izanami, created a ladder from the heavens into the world below, but then accidentally dropped it into the sea, creating the beautiful sandbar of Amano Hashidate. A fine tale indeed, and one that's rather fitting, for as Izanagi and Izanami dropped the ladder into the sea, so too does Natsuki drop his rice crackers all over the train carriage. He's 51 years old. After the 2-hour scenic journey across Kyoto's beautiful countryside, we finally arrive, and the first order of business is, of course, picking up the rental car. Or rather, maybe the second order of business, of course. It has been 20 seconds.
6 hours.
Since Natsuki got off the train.
Oh.
6 hours?
Oh.
And now it's time to get ourselves a rental car because it's a little bit tricky getting around this neighbourhood.
Ferrari?
Not a Ferrari.
Lamborghini?
Not a Lamborghini.
Oh, Aston Martin, your country.
Better than an Aston Martin. K-car, just for you.
Oh my God. Again. Oh, you always K-car.
You love it, you love it.
Why?
It's your favourite.
Oh, Lamborghini. I
don't think you can get a Lamborghini in Japan.
Daihatsu.
Oh, brilliant.
Shit car. Oh, enjoy. You're clever.
Absolutely. I'm very clever because our car rental place is right next to our accommodation for the night. Check this out, the Swedish house. It's a very...
Swedish.
It looks like a Swedish house, does it not?
Oh, sauna. In sauna.
Yeah, it might well be.
Yeah.
It might well be. And we're right on the bay here. This is a really beautiful area. But we're about 25 minutes from Amano Hashidate, so tomorrow we'll have a nice little drive in the morning. But first things first, let's check out our accommodation.
Good place.
Yeah. All right. Whoa, look at the height of that.
Whoa, like a castle.
Like a castle.
Oh.
And if you don't like the car, there's a bike for you.
Oh yeah, thank you. Cycling.
Let's break the
Let's
bike.
go. Oh, only around?
That's all.
Oh. You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Oh my
like
God.
a cycling right.
Don't break the house. Oh, this is very big in here, very spacious.
Oh, long table. I saw in Paris.
Really?
Yeah, Louvre Museum. Louvre.
The Louvre Museum.
Last Jesus dinner. Last Jesus dinner.
The Last Supper or the Last Jesus dinner?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it. That was a bloody big table. But this is where things get interesting. Check this out.
Japanese room.
Yeah, your bed.
On the tatami. Eh?
Dortigai, we got a futon and we got
I like
normal beds.
bed.
Yeah?
Bed.
I can have the futon. Because of my snoring, we can shut the
so
door.
snoring.
Keep you...
Big story. Big story. Fuck off. Ask big stuff.
However, the reason we chose this accommodation is not so much that it can withstand earthquake-style snoring, but because of its spectacular location overlooking the Sea of Japan coastline. My God, to think we woke up in Tokyo this morning, and now we are in what might be one of the most stunning places I've seen in Japan. The water gently lapping the bay, the sound of the trains, people rowing across, and over there, Amano Hashidate. That's it.
Wow!
One of the 3 scenic views. The best place to see it is from the mountains. So tomorrow we're going to get up, we're going to go up the mountain and look down at it. Look down upon heaven. Doesn't really work, does it? But I'm bloody hungry. It's been quite the day.
Oh, so.
Rice crackers on the train, don't cut it. So, dinner time.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Okay, let's go!
Wait for me. Why haven't I got a bike? Whoever built this house did a brilliant job. But let's have more bikes. It's a bit unfair, isn't it? Look at him. He's gone. Wait for me. There he goes, off into the sunset. Can't manage a small hill when it's $1 million for charity, but when it's dinner time, he's suddenly Lance Armstrong, with cigarettes instead of doping, admittedly. Luckily for me, however, the local izakaya is a mere walking distance, serving up fresh seafood from the nearby Japan Sea, and most importantly, Natsuki's long-awaited alcohol. Cheers! Hey, what a fine banquet of local dishes. We've got chikua, which is kind of like fish tube. I don't really know what to explain chikua, so I'll put some text up on screen. It's basically like fish meat, and it's got lots of seaweed on, it's battered, so it's therefore good. This is really cool. Gyoza, right? But it's actually, usually with gyoza, it's little parcels of like flour. Here, they use chicken skin, so it's chicken skin gyoza. Yeah.
Chicken skin. Yakitori smell.
Yakitori smell.
Like a, looks like a
Yeah.
condom. Hold on.
I was really looking forward to eating this, and now he is. Oh my God!
Chicken skin, delicious condom. Yup.
But it's really cool to come somewhere like brand new. I've never been anywhere near here. The closest I've been to this point was the Tottori sand dunes. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the closest. A big piece of sand. So there's a reason we haven't been back here. How do you feel? Like, does this place feel different to most of Japan? Do you feel like a different atmosphere here?
On the road,
On the road?
no people.
Outside on the streets is really quiet, and then the izakaya is so busy, right?
busy.
I love that about Japanese towns though. You think, oh, it's abandoned, there's nobody here, and then you find an izakaya or a good bar, and it's heaving with people, and that is where all the townsfolk are, sitting down to tuck into a good old dish of chicken skin condoms. a fine banquet indeed. The next morning, as the sun rises in the east, we're treated to the majestic, tranquil sight of Amano Hashidate at dawn, while all the while enjoying our morning coffee. And we are off. Did you sleep well?
Good sleep, long sleep.
Yeah? Well, at least one of us had a good sleep. When I was falling asleep last night, maybe like 1 PM, I was like, I'm relaxed. Suddenly Natsuki, who was loudly snoring, went like screaming in your sleep. It was really scary. I thought like you were being murdered.
Maybe ghost.
Yeah, maybe ghost house, maybe you drank too much beer before bedtime. But we're off and away, and it's a lovely morning here in Amano Hashidate, and we're about to go up the mountainside and get the money shot overlooking the whole bay. Climbing?
No climbing.
Fuck climbing. I think there's a cable car or a train.
Oh, cable car, nice.
We're not climbing, no chance.
Oh, elevator.
With Natsuki's mind put to ease, there won't be a repeat of Mount Fuji. We make our way to the base of the viewing deck. But to film what may be the best view in all of Japan, we're going to need a rather unique piece of camera equipment to get the job done. You know, the more I travel around making these videos, the more I want to find unique angles and perspectives, and for that, I always use an Insta360 camera. Over the last 5 years, some of the best shots to come out of abroad in Japan have been shot on Insta360 cameras. Whether it's a Cessna over Japan's most active volcano, riding Japan's overnight sleeper train, or face planting into the sea for some deeply regrettable water sports. None of those shots would have been possible without the Insta360 camera. And so I'm delighted to say they're sponsoring this video with their brand new super duper camera, the Insta360 X4. While its predecessor shot 5.7K, this bad boy can do 8K, and it really shows in the detail and the crisp quality images that you get from each and every shot. Compared to the Insta360 III, it's also got a 67% improvement on battery life, meaning we can film a lot longer while we're on the go. What makes it so special though is the flow state stabilization, meaning every shot you take looks as though it's been shot on a gimbal, which is really handy, especially if you're doing extreme sports out and about or letting Natsuki drive a car into a wall. And that stabilization really comes in handy if you're doing a time lapse or a time shift. From start to finish, it looks absolutely stunning. And thanks to the magical invisible stick from the future, when holding the camera you get the most incredible effect. Almost like having your own handheld personal drone. But let's face it, the best thing about an Insta360 camera is the fact, in the edit, you can decide the angle and the perspective you want that helps best tell your story. And because of that, Insta360 cameras have saved me in the edit more times than I can count. And you can find out where to grab one for yourself in the link in the description box below. God bless Insta360 cameras. And so we arrive at the most scenic sight in all of Japan, a chairlift. Since ancient times, people in Japan have travelled by chairlift. That's right. We're going up the mountain to get the third best view of Japan on the fourth best chairlift in the country.
Good service.
Whoa. Like an albatross. Amano Hashidate, look.
Amano Hashidate. Wow, すげえ。Oh, 見えんじゃん。More than Matsushima.
Because there's a chairlift. Okay, now it looks really good. We haven't had a good clear shot at Amano Hashidate since arriving yesterday, and it looks pretty damn incredible, not gonna lie. Look at that sandbar, about 1 kilometre long, going across the bay. I've not seen anywhere else like this in Japan. And later on today, we're gonna go and take a stroll across it. One of the benefits of this place, compared to Miyajima, is, as far as I know, there's no deer as well, so you don't have to worry about various creatures eating all your possessions along the way. Look at that view. It's kind of like a combination of Matsushima and Miyajima, right? Combination.
And the Matsushima little island.
It's like somebody's combined the 100 islands of Matsushima into one big long string.
Wow.
It's got that like beautiful kind of small town village vibe that you find in Miyajima. The rooftops are really beautiful, the Kawara roof tiles. A boat gently going across the bay. It is really idyllic. It's kind of like, oh yes, this is what all of Japan must look like. But no, it's one of 3 places. One of 3 very nice places.
3 views. でも3つしかない。3つしかない。
It seems Amano Hashidate has spared no expense in the sheer variety of ways travellers can enjoy the scenic view, as Natsuki continues to make up for his lack of commitment on the recent cyclothon as we take to the sky bike. Look at this view. Wow. Faster, Natsuki, faster. I want to enjoy it at reasonable speed. I'm used to doing all the hard work, so it's good to see Natsuki cycling. Look at that view. Oh, slowly, slowly. Oh. Yeah. We'll stop cycling now and just block up the whole track.
Japan is beautiful.
You heard it here first. So far so good, but as we're about to head off to lunch, unfortunately for me, another form of transportation catches Natsuki's eye. Go-karts! What could possibly go wrong? I can't think of a worse possible driver in this situation. Ichiban yabai untenshi wa Natsuki.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no! Oh no! Terror! Terror on the streets of Amano Hashidate!
Oh, easy!
Just as I'm starting to enjoy the ride, I quickly regret letting Natsuki anywhere near the wheel. And this is Mario Kart. Which character are you fucking to? Oh. You son of a bitch! Oh, I want to go home. That crash was surprisingly painful.
Crash abroad in Japan.
Fucking hell, what a bellend. As fun as that go-kart experience was, I can't help but feel like Amano Hashidate is a bit lacking. While Matsushima and Miyajima are full of food stalls selling unique local dishes like oysters or deep-fried mochi cakes, here we're having not much luck finding things to eat. Unlike the other 2 greatest views in Japan, there seems to be a distinct lack of tourists as well. Still, perhaps the local Wagyu beef can turn things around. Good choice. Beef. Oh, beef. Tajima Wagyu. This is like one of the most famous cuts of beef in Japan, from Kyogo, just across the border, where Kobe beef comes from. And look, topped off with an egg.
Oh.
And you got, what's that?
Famous BQ gourmet.
BQ gourmet.
Yakisoba on the curry.
Oh, really? Yakisoba curry? It's a bit sloppy.
Faster.
Oh, such a elegant man. Oh, being in a car crash is hungry business.
Car crash, surprise.
Yeah, because fucking drinks.
So, alcohol driver.
Yeah, so far, Amano Hashidate, it looks visually amazing, but I'm not sure what there is to do. So, we'll take a look. There is a ferry. I saw lots of people on a ferry, like, riding around. Do you want to go on the ferry?
Oh, I want to try.
Drink up that beer, and then let's hit the sandbar. But before we venture out to Japan's most majestic pile of sand, it's time to look at the local souvenirs. We've come all this way, after all. You know it's a Japanese attraction when there's souvenir stores like this one. Selling the local goods. This one is a sweet milk chocolate lange de choc. And it looks like it was written by Natsuki. A new type of good taste. Why not check this taste? Particular about taste? Remember this taste. So omiyage souvenirs, big part of Japanese culture. Whenever you travel somewhere, you have to buy souvenirs for friends and family and take them back home. And they look, they're packaged really well, really nice looking. Crazy sort of Japanese English aside. However, be advised, they are rammed full of additives, preservatives. This one alone, lasts until the year 3002. So not so good for your health. Diabetes speed run these things. Okay, so this is the beginning of Amano Hashidate. I just shut the bridge though, because they're going to turn it so a ferry can get through. Check this out. Oh. It's pretty trippy seeing the whole bridge turned like that. The guy with the umbrella stranded, stranded on the bridge.
And good timing. Clever bridge. Joint bridge.
Yeah, it's quite trippy. Yeah.
This point, joint.
Oh. It's very beautiful. Got the sea breeze coming in from the Sea of Japan coast.
やっぱ京都な感じね。
It is a bit like Kyoto on sea.
Style of Kyoto.
And so our journey begins across the sandbar. And no sooner do we make it over the bridge, we make a groundbreaking discovery that puts a very big smile on Natsuki's face. And no, it's not a smoking area either.
Amazing! Amazing! Hey, Esso again!
Asso?
Esso.
No way, so this little sea here, this inlet that we've got behind us, it's called the Asso
Asso Sea.
coastline, yeah.
Wow.
Asso. Amazing. But you can see the whole thing here. We're only going to go up to about here today, so like, and the fact that it's named after the man himself is kind of all the more special for it.
Yeah, my sea. Please come to my sea.
Even though it's called your sea a minute ago, don't get too cocky.
Oh, my point.
My God, look at this. On a purely visual level, it is probably the most stunning of the three locations, I have to say. It reminds me of the Bahamas. Beautiful beach, the trees, aquamarine sea. Like, it's really, really impressive. And also just that journey across the sandbar. You know, as you're making your journey, you discover little coves and places to kind of go off and discover and sneak away, like this one here. That's so nice. Like, we've got the whole place to ourselves. Because it is so long, right, and a kilometre long, there's just nobody around. You can find your own sort of piece of Amano Hashidate all to yourself. Isn't that beautiful though? Torii Gate by the water, the trees, the sea.
Quite quiet.
And it's just quiet. And now we're going to head back to shore.
Oh, no. I want to ride a ferry.
Ferry?
Yeah.
If we have to, if we must.
Principal branch.
That's a good camera. That was a good shot. It's time to get Natsuki off the island before he wrecks any more of my gear. But unfortunately, the ferry seems to be done for the day. Not to worry though, Natsuki's got something up his sleeve. Oh boy, looks like Natsuki's about to procure us some kind of vessel across the bay. While he does that, people inevitably are going to wonder, like, where would I rank Amano Hashidate with the other two places that Natsuki wanted? But something tells me he's enjoying it all the same.
I feel so good. I feel good.
I also feel quite good. And with a hard day of investigation behind us, it's time to say goodbye to Heaven's Bridge. And while it may not be able to compete with the hustle and bustle of Matsushima or Miyajima, there's something to be said for a little bit of peace and quiet in Kyoto, in a place that seems mostly untouched. At the end of the day, it's not hard to see why hundreds of years ago, Amano Hashidate would have been seen as one of the most beautiful areas in Japan, and thankfully, much of that beauty remains to this day. A sophisticated and refined trip for a sophisticated and refined gentleman, for sure. And a final thank you to Insta360 for sponsoring our trip to the Sea of Asso. Check out their amazing camera, linked in the description box below. Oh wow.
Wow, contact.
Yappari, Lamborghini.
Lamborghini.
He got his Lamborghini after all.
Good experience.
Lamborghini boat
So,
across the Sea of Asso. My God. Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys, on this whirlwind trip of Amano Hashidate, and I hope to see you soon right back here on Abroad in Japan. Definitely recommend this place. Definitely come here. Check it out for yourself. Bring your friends along. Come on the Lamborghini boat. See you later, Natsuki.
yeah, thank you so much. Great, Abroad in Japan. Wow, come on. Yeah.
If that doesn't make you subscribe, nothing will. Got myself a cheeky egg sandwich. Natsuki got himself a sausage.
Big fry.
Oh my God, oil went everywhere.
Move.
Can I get off the train now? So,
Can you stop eating my crisps?
they're pulls.
Ah.
They're pulls. They're not even yours. They're pulls. Cameraman. Unbelievable.
One thing, literally one thing.
Don't make it. You don't want to see him angry.
It's the only thing I've fucking got to eat.
Oh dear.